The racing scene dying. I don't think enough people are putting, I think a lot of people are kind of misputting their blame. Here's the thing. The racing died because the soul of the racing scene died. Like, I know people, like, were upset with me for, like, being so against phasing or whatever. But the thing is, like, how do I explain this? Phasing was not really the problem. Phasing was, a symptom of the soul of the racing scene slowly dying, you know? Where instead of it being about people getting together to show off their cool cars and compete, in, like, good spirits, as collaborative role players, it moved to sweaty RPers trying to, like, get every little edge they possibly could, you know? It turned it from playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 private lobbies with your friends to fucking esports, you know? You know what I'm saying? And it made the time trials happen. Yes, listen, I'm sorry, I know people like phasing. I'm sorry, but phasing is just anti-RP. I know that these things sucks. I know that on my bubble, it kind of it's hard to, you know, but you can still RP around that, you know, and there's still ways to manage it, but it requires thought, it requires effort, and that's why phasing is so bad for the racing scene, is because phasing enables lazy people to race, you know? Like, the racing scene before was pretty heavily vetted, and you had to actually be not a lazy piece of shit to get away with it. But now you don't even need to worry about other people. You literally just have to optimize your lines in the best car and you win, you know? Abdul's been racing with Yokai. I love it when Abdul shows up to races, because Abdul's really fun to be around. Yeah, sometimes you're just gonna get fucked by Bubble, and that's okay. The amount of conflict RP that has come from Mary deciding to have no phasing is wild. That's right. You're 100% right there. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know that people like phasing and what it can enable, but phasing is just so anti-RP that it just really shouldn't be a thing. Yeah, you can roleplay bubble hits as contact, but you can't RP phasing. Exactly. Like, I understand that the RP of, like, some people may not even like the RP of my bubble bow. It fucking fucks you up and like, not nice. Like, but that was better than what we have now, which is nothing. Which I think is important to remember the alternative. Like, yeah, okay, sure. Maybe the My Bubble Bro stuff was a little bit awkward, but it's better than what it is now, which is literally nothing. You know? People who love phasing and rarely interact with others at races also think they deserve PM RP. Well, I don't think that that's a fair thing to say, because I think anyone is capable or deserving of RP. I don't think you should look at people like that. But you have to remember that, like, there's a mindset that a lot of people are missing nowadays, you know? Look how much RP came from hitting Cade. Exactly. Phasing is the same CRP, you know? I love this guy. I also got bothered by chatters saying that, like, why this guy only focuses on yokai for the PMRP. Like, to be frank with you, like, yokai were kind of like the only people that, like, actually bought into it. And, you know, everyone knows, like, OC from what he said about how he feels. Like, you know, he felt disrespected, or not disrespected, but, like, you know, he said as much that it's very hard to do the PMRP when people don't really buy into it, right? I don't know if he still thinks that, but he said that in the past. Right, where if people don't buy into it, it's impossible to do. And so when you have people out there, like, tweeting out, like, fuck the pussy master, and then, like, also expecting, like, top tier quality RP, like, what are you gonna eat? Like, you know? Like, a lot of people, like, try to avoid the PM or try to avoid the RP too, so it's like, how can you expect people to get RP if they want to avoid it, you know? And I think that's their prerogative. There's nothing wrong with them not wanting to do it. But I personally fucking love it. I can't get enough of it, dude.